Hi everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at the Nevada Democratic Presidential Caucus results, and at this point in time it looks like it has been a blowout win for Bernie Sanders. Right now he's at 46.6% of the county delegates. He's been projected the winner in Nevada compared to his second place rival Joe Biden at 19.2%, Pete Buttigieg at 15.4%, Elizabeth Warren at 10.3, Amy Klobuchar at 4.5, and if you keep going down, Tom Steyer at 3.8, uncommitted at 0.1, other candidates at 0.1, and Tulsi Gabbard at 0.1. And then if you keep going down, popular vote. This was a very interesting popular vote because you can see here Bernie has about a he's got about 200% of the votes that Buttigieg has, who's actually in second place, whereas Biden actually has more county delegates. Whereas you would think that if Pete has 15%, Bernie gets double the votes, he should get double the delegates, so he would get 30%, but no, he gets 46.6%. This is the opposite of what we saw in Iowa, where Bernie ran away with the popular vote, but Buttigieg actually won with the state delegate equivalents. Joe Biden sort of outperforming those delegate equivalent numbers. And then again, if you take a look here, Elizabeth Warren only got about 2,500 more votes than Klobuchar, but she got much more in terms of the county delegates. And then again, Tom Steyer's number of county delegates again seems a bit inflated. And then uncommitted at 179, others at 58, Tulsi Gabbard. I still don't know why Gabbard is in this race. She literally got 0 votes there in Nevada in the popular vote, which is just ridiculous. She should drop out now. But at the end of the day, she's not making the debates, so it doesn't really matter if she stays in or not. And then you can see here, Bernie Sanders is projected to win there. You've got Bernie's face there in the 2020 Nevada caucuses. And then so right now, Bernie at 46.6. Let's check in with the polling averages and see how each of the candidates are doing. So in the polling averages, Bernie was meant to get 32.5%. He vastly outperformed his polls by about 14 points there with Bernie. As for Buttigieg, who was at 16, Buttigieg pretty much got right on where the polling, he underperformed a little bit. Biden at 16, he overperformed by about 3 points. Warren at 14, she underperformed her polls by about 4 points. That's surprising given her debate performance. Klobuchar at 9.5, she vastly underperformed her polling. Tom Steyer at 9.0, again underperforming his polling. Gabbard at 2, again underperforming the polling that we're seeing from many of these candidates, except Bernie pretty much overperformed by a vast amount, and Biden, but to a much lesser extent there in Nevada. If we take a look, I don't know if this does have a map. If you go into this is the CNN map. I prefer this other map here from Politico because it shows the size of the candidate's lead. Here in Washoe County, which is where Reno is, I think. Yeah, Washoe County. Bernie running away with this one, as well as in Las Vegas. There in Las Vegas, he's at 41-23. And if you take a look at the 2016 results, I will go over to CNN's map here. And if it can show us 2016's results. Overview, maybe? No. Polling. Okay, so it's actually not showing there, but, we actually, yeah, so that's fine. If you take a look here, if you can see he's still counting, a lot of these are still counting. Buttigieg getting a few in the rural areas of the state. Elizabeth Warren winning one county there in Lander County there. In terms of where each candidate got their support, Bernie doing well in the cities, whereas Elizabeth Warren did better in rural areas because her dots are much smaller there. And then pretty much it goes down from there. in terms of some of these who voted for two, non-white population, those who have a larger non-white population, the counties there who have a larger non-white population went to Bernie. Those with a smaller non-white population, less leads for Bernie. Population density, a lot of these don't really seem to matter, but voted for Bernie. This is very, very interesting. Voted for Bernie, Mineral County. However, Warren's actually winning there now, whereas those who voted for Hillary Clinton, Bernie winning, which is very, very interesting. And then that's pretty much it. Fascinating result for Bernie Sanders in Nevada. He runs away with this state. He is the front runner at this point. If we take a look at national polls, take a look at this. Sanders plus 12, plus 11, plus 12, plus 8, plus 7, plus 16. He has really seen, if you take a look here, this was Iowa right there. And then you can see Biden tumbling, Sanders surging, Buttigieg seeming to have like a mini surge there, Klobuchar surging, Yang now suspended his campaign, Gabbard plummeting, Warren sort of, going down a bit, 14% to 12%. So it's going to be very interesting if you take a look here, Nevada. This has been a fascinating race to take a look at. Sanders outperforming his polls, outperforming his lead. It has been a fantastic night for Senator Bernie Sanders. Right now, it looks like he's running away with this Democratic nomination, unless the only way I could not see that is that if Biden, Buttigieg, Warren, Klobuchar, Steyer, and Bloomberg all combined their strengths and actually take on Bernie Sanders. However, you can see here, especially in Nevada, he's almost at 50%. If let's say they decide Biden is the candidate we're all going to coalesce behind, Buttigieg 15%, not all of it is going to go straight to Biden. Some of it will go to Sanders, some will go to other candidates. Warren is not all going to go to Biden. In fact, a solid chunk of it, I would think, would go to Senator Sanders. Klobuchar is not all going to go to Biden. Stein, not all going to go to Biden. So you could see a scenario where they do coalesce, but Bernie can still actually win because of the second choice and how that works, in that even if all of these candidates come out and they endorse Biden tonight, you might still see a scenario where Bernie would be in a much weaker position in terms of nationally, but he still may be able to go ahead and clinch it, and that would also reduce the likelihood of a contested convention, which is a nightmare scenario for Senator Sanders. He needs to win 50% plus 1 on the first ballot, unless he's at like 49%, unless he's like really close. He just needs a few superdelegates to get on his side, in which case that would be the situation there in Milwaukee in that convention. What's also interesting, take a look at this, for the Republicans, not holding any primaries. And then if you go out there to the Democrats, go national, their primaries and caucuses. For the Republicans, Trump projected to win 97-1. Trump projected to win in New Hampshire 85-9. It really seems like it's a very, there's no chance, pretty much, for anyone other than someone named Donald J. Trump to actually go on and win. The only possible way I could see it, if there is no primary in South Carolina, and you could just see the Republicans just running away with their nominee, Mr. Trump. So yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Just a quick taking a look at South Carolina. If you take a look here, Sanders, 27% in the CNN poll, 27% in the NBC poll, 31% in the PBS NewsHour poll. So that's national polling. If we take a look closely at South Carolina and then go into the polling there, I feel like I'm the CNN guy at the Magic Wall, John King at the Magic Wall. But 27, 27, 31. Why is that still national polling? Maybe I'll have to go into RCP. Try that way. South Carolina. Biden plus 2.3 is the latest poll, but you can actually see Biden might be able to stretch this out a bit. He's a tie in the third latest poll, then +2, +5. So maybe he's trying to get a bit more of a lead on Sanders, but it's going to be interesting. I would like some new Nevada poll, some new South Carolina polling. And that may actually mean that Tom Steyer gets on the debate stage in South Carolina if we do get some new one, but some new polling. But yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.